What's up guys? Welcome back to Editing with Bex. Today I'm going to take you through my Lightroom process. I'm going to show you how to color the images and add a little mood to it. Let's get started. We open up Lightroom, my pictures are already in the panel. If you've never used Lightroom before, this is it. First of all, we have the library panel, the develop panel. Pretty much all I use. The other things, the map, the books, the slideshow, print and web, I don't use them at all. Lightroom and Photoshop is available on adobe.com for $10. If you're serious about editing, this is the place to be. You gotta make that investment. It's only $10 a month. So we are here. I choose this picture from the family shoot because there's a lot I need to go through, some images I need to delete. Let's get it going. We have here the library panel, first of all. This is where I set up all the images after I import. I like to add a little mark right here so I know that I haven't edited the images yet. So we go over to the image that I chose and I'm gonna move over to the develop panel. The develop panel is exactly where you wanna be to add the color, exposure, contrast, a little more color vibrance and saturation here. And you can use the calibration with a little more on the advanced side if you want to go through here and touch on the greens here as well. I have colors that I love to use. I made this preset here and it's going to add everything that I saved from a previous image onto this image. So the exposure has to adjust after. You can even change the intensity right here so you get a little bit less of what the preset has to offer. So let's keep it halfway where it was initially. No, let's reset again. We're gonna take it to the basics. Just in case you haven't used this software before, I'll show you a little bit of something. So we are on the white balance. I'm gonna bring in some warmth. Of course, this is my preference. You can do it however you want. I like to add a little contrast to the image just so it looks a little sharper. Touch on the blacks a bit and the clarity. So here you can go full screen to see what the image looks like a little proper. Let's crop this a bit. I think it's a little too long. I'm gonna crop it as 4:5. That way, if you crop it that way, it can fit on Instagram perfectly. Use the curves here. With the curves, you can add contrast and brightness. But these are more on the advanced side. This here is the color mixer. With the color mixer, you can touch on orange. You can make the skin a little orange. You can take off yellow in the image. Let me show you over here. You can take off yellow. You can even take off the greens. You can do whatever you want. Everybody has their preference. You can make the oranges a little darker, the yellows a little darker. I like to use this, just to set the mood a bit. Take off a little bit of the blues, add in some greens there. Yeah, let's make the yellows a little brighter and the orange a little brighter. It will affect the skin. As you can see, it brings in a little bit of separation on the skin there. You see the highlights, you see the contrast and everything. So color wheel, you can move it around to add a little more mood to the image. As you can see, let's zoom in a bit right here. Let's choose another image, this one right here. Same thing applies. Add in a little saturation, a little clarity. Let's give the picture a little mood, a little warmth. There's high sun in the back, so give you opportunity to, bring a little warmth into the picture. Yeah. The white balance you shoot the image at. I shoot this at. I use Kelvin and I shot it at 5200. So it's according to the white balance that you use. This is what you will see when you put it on Lightroom. So you just adjust accordingly. So, like I said, you find the mood that you like and you just run with it, Yeah. So this is what I ended up with, just touching on the basic panel, adding some vibrance, or you can go all the way up with the saturation and bring down the vibrance a little bit. Either way can work for you once you find your style. Let's go over to the color wheel and a lot of things here is a lot of subtle movements. You got to stick to the subtle movements, because if you touch on a slider too much, you might, add a little too much color, and you don't want to go that route. But like I said, develop your style and keep moving. So you have the basic panel, you have the tone curve, you have the color mixer, you have the color grading. Each of these have functionality of their own, and you just have to learn to use them. But I recommend that you take your time and just learn about color, learn about, learn what you want to do with the skin color, learn what you want to do with, the color of the environment, the background and everything. We have done on the develop panel, the basic colors and the tone curve and the color grading and everything else. Here we've touched on the crop. Right here you can change the different crop. You can do it as 1x1. You can do it as 4x5. Yes, so you can change the different kinds of crop dimensions that you want right here. Here you can work on cleaning up blemishes and just fixing things in the image. I don't really use it because I rather send my picture to Photoshop. But if you want to do stuff like simple edits where you want to take out some of these footprints, you can just touch the image here with it and it will automatically find the place. If you don't like the place that it's selected, you can move it around right here and then touch this side here and it's gone. So let's move on to where the AI is. This here will select the background clean and nice. I love it. Makes my work so much easier. So it selected the background here. I don't know why now it's adding a little saturation as default, but you can put it back on 0. So I'm here, and if I want to make my background brighter, see, completely bright, or a little darker, I can do it right here. But there's no need for that right now. And there are other options. When you already selected one option, you can select more right up here. And you click it, there is subject select. It will select the subject, make them brighter, darker. I'm going to delete that right away. There is background select and select people. Pretty much same thing as subject select, but it works. All right. Okay, so that's it. So this is the basics of what I do in Lightroom. When I'm going through a bunch of pictures, like I'm going through a wedding, I usually select one picture, I go through it with an edit, and then I copy it to other pictures. The crop can be copied over, the colors can be copied over, the background selection, and everything can be copied over. Let me show you real quick. So you go over here and you go to Command C, you copy the image. These here are all the options that you can copy over to another image. Even when you heal, healing is like the same thing I did when I fixed the sand with the clone tool. You can copy that onto another image, but I don't really do that. I do it because it's not really that accurate. The calibration, the crop, the effects, everything can be copied over to another image. I just copy it, and now I go to this new image and I paste. Control V. Everything is here. So once you have it selected in the previous image, you click paste, it's gonna paste it over. And then now if there's something you don't like, you can go ahead and fix it up. So Lightroom is becoming a very, very powerful tool. Now, I'm not saying it wasn't a powerful tool before, but now it's amazing and I love it. It's making my work easier day by day. When I'm doing weddings and I got like 2,000, well, like 1,500, 2,000 images, I could just copy one edit to the next. But I always go through every single image and make sure that it's good to deliver to the client. Like I said before, if you want to take Lightroom and Photoshop seriously, you pay for it on adobe.com. You just sign up for that subscription, you pay $10 a month, and you continuously get updates after updates after updates. And the updates are always a surprise, or if it's not a surprise, you're looking forward to something to come because they're always working to keep us happy. So if you guys looking for any advice, feel free to leave it in the comments, or you can just message me directly on Instagram. I'll be more than happy to answer. All right, guys, thanks for watching Editing with Bex. I hope to see you here again. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification for more videos that we have coming very soon. See you guys.